Alright. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Charlotte 203 by the BNR Cup Series on the BNR Racing Network. As we see here, this is round 2, race number 3, the final race. Could one of the playoff drivers win here tonight and lock themselves into the playoffs? Nothing less. Let's see if I can give a quick points update here. Show you guys where everybody sits here in points. So as we see here, Rongich is on top. Not by much. These points are so close. So this will be the round of 8 here tonight. After this round, it'll drop down to a round of 8. So give you guys a good view of those points real quick. I'll go over a little bit of race day information. As you see, Matthew Huntsaker out there. So as we see here, the BNR Cup Series, they head to Charlotte. Track temperature is currently 124. Weather outside is 76 degrees Fahrenheit, 50% humidity, partly cloudy with a 2-mile-per-hour wind. They have 135 laps for 203 miles. They get 1 quick fix, 3 attempts at a green-white checker, 50% fuel, 3 sets of tires plus the one they start on. This will be a night race, so that is that. So you see Matthew Huntsaker jumps up to P4. Reports of tight cars and everything else. So these guys would do their best to bring you their best, and alright, you see Sanchez went to the top of the board with a 30.4. I heard pit road will be tricky to get on, so not too sure who else is out there at this time. You see Zach Deusser will not make a lap, so he will be hanging out in the back there. As I go over the starting grid. So, starting P1 will be Jaden Sanchez. P2 will be Zach Rongich. P3 will be Brandon Moore. P4 will be Matthew Huntsaker. P5 will be Cameron Smith. P6 will be Sean Judson. P7 will be William George. P8 will be Sammy Blackwell. P9 will be Kyle Heath. P10 will be Zach Deuscher. P11 will be Philip Bridgman. P12 will be James Sellner. P13 will be Austin Moore. P14 will be Jim Coleman'sberger. P15 will be Kevin Roy. P16 will be Jason Adams. And P17 will be Duran Carver. So qualifying is all set here tonight for tonight's festivities. And Jaden Sanchez is up front. As you see, he was eliminated 4 weeks ago. So good to see him competitive. Like I said, there were reports of very tightness. So
yes, very tight, ill handling cars out there this evening, Brian.
oh yeah.
Also, reports of fuel mileage. We'll look to see probably 29 to 32 laps of fuel on a green flag run. Maybe less or more. We'll just have to wait and see who and what we'll get out of it.
Oh yeah. Reports
Have you
were
already
outside.
done your birding?
Yep, done all that.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Reports were outside lane is snugged. You really can't turn as if you could be in on the bottom. A lot of these drivers do have some offset in their cars to help them turn, so their wheels might be a little off-center. So that's why we came here. So it should go in tonight. I'm not sure, depending on everything. It is. I did have set up for 6:30. So that's about right. That's about. This is how it was when we went. So, anywho, Jaden leads the field to green. Awesome job, Mr. Sanchez.
Yes, he got back-to-back poles at the same track in 2 different leagues in the past 24 hours, Brian. So congratulations to Jaden. And green flag is out. Field coming to the green. 17 competitors takes the green flag here tonight in the BNR Cup Series at Charlotte as they get up to speed, barreling through turns 1 and 2.
As you see here, these drivers are already tight.
And the dirty air is only going to make it worse, Brian.
It sure is, Will. Carver's in too. I don't know why his name. It just must not like Duran Carver. I put his stuff in so many times. It just doesn't want him to be highlighted, I guess. As you see them coming down, a wonderful backstretch here. Well, the track temp was 124 as they were qualifying. So,
yes, I think it looks like they're all trying to just get single filed out here. They don't really want to be racing too early, it looks like, and get caught up in something not necessarily of their own doing, but just get caught up in something too early. You know, you don't want to get put on the back foot so soon.
as you see, these drivers just getting the feel for it. So, good evening, Josh's dad. How are you, bud? But long race here tonight, so don't mind my comment there. Cameron Smith there putting up a fight as everybody runs over to go for Cam. So And I figure will make it a little bit more challenging for them since they're so used to the other Charlotte. I don't know.
Yes,
I just think that all the legacy tracks are better in my eyes.
well, in a way, it's a good thing to keep guys on their toes. Also, the legacy Charlotte might be a bit more of a challenge. It might be a bit bumpier and just prove to be more effective in the racing. The type of racing product we get. So,
oh yeah. Once again,
it might.
We see Roglic pulling out to almost a little over a half a second lead over Hunsaker.
Cameron Smith in the 24 in that third position. I was gonna say he was in the third position, but him and Brandon Moore currently battling for that third spot. They are having a good scrap at it, as there is also Sanchez and William George in this scrap as well. So basically 4 cars battling for P3 as they come off of turn 4 into the quad oval there. Good battles all around.
Back here we got
Austin Moore with some pink wheels.
And I'll give a huge shout out to Philip for making the banners for breast cancer awareness month. These drivers will be rocking the pink all of October to support those who lost family members to breast cancer. And
are those battling breast cancer?
Yes. So we had Phil make our banners. So huge shout out to Philip Richmond, who's our driver there. Hanging out back there in 13th.
Isn't this the render of Charlotte just after the repave, or is it before the repave?
I think this is before the repave.
Is it? It looks...
Or actually, no, what? It might be after.
Light.
I think it is after.
So it actually might be a bit smoother, right? Like
yes.
It should be. So 10 laps here in the opening stanza of the race of the BNR Cup Series here at Charlotte. 10 laps in, no caution has occurred as of yet. Cameron Smith able to hold station firmly in that third spot. Great run for him currently.
Oh yeah, he put a lot of practice in, so he used every 2 hours worth of practice.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying it's great to see people that aren't normally up there, that normally, they sometimes struggle, but they're, up there most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
James Selner there, he's got Judson and Heath right behind him, and Austin Moore right in front of him. So good battles, like we mentioned, all the way around. Coleman'sberger, Bridgman, slightly behind this group of cars, and then Blackwell in the 3, a little bit back there as well. Everybody just trying to log laps here, I do believe. That's kind of what you would want to think.
Yep, I was told that it was a good track to fix, so it's always a good thing.
We don't see Slavin here tonight. There's a couple of others that aren't here as well. But
Josh had to leave to go with his dad for a little bit, so he's not
they're
here.
on vacation.
Yeah. Carter had a family event taken for him. So, Smalls and Carter did take a provisional, so that'll help out a little bit, not too much.
Who else isn't here that's normally here?
There's quite a few. And a lot of people are at the Charlotte race too as well, so. But That sounded like Phil hit the wall.
Well, he could have. I don't know if he did or not. Yeah, I think he might have.
Look at Kyle Heath with that massive run to the corner.
And he's going to take a look. Takes a look to the inside. But I think Austin's going to have the momentum unless Heath can get back to him. Nope. Austin had the momentum in that higher lane. The higher lane there seemed to prevail for the moment in time. Now Kyle Heath is going to try that high lane, and look right there. Look at the run he's going to get. But where's he going to go with it? He's going to look. Yes, he's going to look back to the inside this lap. Now they're both there. Austin more can't really defend that, but he's going to try to have a good battle here with James in that 01 machine. A good possibility that Austin's tires have just plateaued, and that's why he is just giving up these spots at the moment. Kind of surprised with Deutscher in the 21 machine. I would have figured that he would have been kind of moving a bit more forward than where he's at currently, but maybe he's just kind of, maybe perhaps, Brian, everybody's tires could have just equalized. Sammy Blackwell making an unscheduled pit stop here. This is well early and shy of the pit window being fully open. Not sure what could be going on with the 3 car.
As these two duke it out here, swapping positions, Cameron Smith and Jaden Sanchez.
Yeah, Sanchez getting back by the 24. Sanchez is your pole sitter. He lost a few positions there on the start.
But Cameron just gets that run through there, but that's going to bite him. If you're going to get
right
that
in the
run
center
through there, you want to try to arc it a little bit more.
Yeah, if you have the capability of driving it in that deep before you're lifting, because that's exactly what he did. You can tell just by how deep the car went in there. He didn't lift until he was basically at the center of the corner. And really, you kind of want to back that corner up, Brian, and you don't want to be doing that because it will lose. Oh, there's some contact right there. Not sure, couldn't tell who that was.
Kyle Heath.
I think Kyle Heath hit the back end of Judson, I do believe. If that was the two that came. And now William George tags the wall. I'm not sure who that was, though. The two of them that made the contact in 3 and 4 there coming through the turn 4 as we had that infield shot. They're great camera angles, but sometimes it's just super hard to tell who's who from a far away angle, especially in that part of the track where the sun kind of just reflects off the cars.
But Kyle Heath's a strong competitor, so he'll get back up there.
I thought it was Judson. I thought he had hit, but it might have been Selner, and I don't know at this point. I'm going to stop jumping to conclusions. But pit window going to be open soon, so we should see everybody coming into the pits in just a few moments. Hunsaker drove down the gap to I want to say 0.6 of a second a few moments ago, and now the gap has opened back up. I wonder if Rongich might have had a moment or maybe tapped the wall at some point to allow him to gain on that, as Moore had a bit of a moment, I think, coming out of turn 4, but that allowed Judson to get underneath him and take that position away. So Judson now inside the top 5 after starting. Where did Judson start? Just outside the top 10?
I think he started 4th. I'll let you know in a minute.
Did
See?
he?
I can never. You know me, I can never remember.
I don't think he started 4th. If he did, he had a terrible start. I don't remember seeing him up there.
No, Justin started 6th. Justin started 6th.
Judson and the 91 started in 6th. Huh. Maybe he just had a bad start because he was back there in like 10th or something at one point.
That is possible.
Everybody. Looks like a couple of guys had a bad turn 1. Brandon Moore is just struggling with a very tight handling race car tonight. It's not helping him one bit. Of course, we both know he is one to not really like tight handling race cars. He prefers them to be a bit freer than what they are now. And there's not really too much adjustments you can do in the race. Really nothing at all. Once the race has started, there's, you can make adjustments, brake bias, do your steering rack and ratio and whatnot, but that's really pretty much it before you do qualifying. That can help a lot, but it can only go so far, and that is just what Brandon Moore is struggling with at the moment, as Kyle Heath makes his way by Deutscher, as Judson works on Cameron Smith. Kind of surprised Cameron Smith is just now losing more positions, in 5th currently, but you know what I mean. I'm surprised that he's up here the entire fuel run. And he's actually been trying to keep the positioning and whatnot. He is really putting up a good race currently.
I agree, he is.
And I do like the paint scheme. That looks cool. Yellow lightning with an orange backdrop. I'm a fan of orange, so. Jim Coleman'sberger moving on up with trying to match the pace with Kyle Heath. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think they qualified. I think they started in the back. So.
Good run to him tonight in that 29 Hardee's machine.
And right behind him, you got James Sellner, who always seems to be consistent.
Oh, Brandon Moore's now making his pit stop. Austin Moore, Kevin Roy.
Well, this is within reason and the window, so pit window is open for sure. And they are the first to commit to come down pit road.
You see Rongit's coming in right there, Hunsaker. Judson.
Sanchez, Smith, Deutscher, Coleman'sberger, Stelner, Bridgman all stay out here and will be the last ones to come in and make a pit stop. Tight-knit group between them, I would have to say, so maybe they could kind of stay within themselves when they come out of the pits. James Sellner, he's going to stay out another lap, though. So is Bridgman. Hopefully they don't stay out too much longer.
As you got that drone fly over. I do believe he's clutching it because he did turn his car off. As he comes in, get her locked down. Don't. Perfect. There you go.
Yeah, that commitment line is past the OG commitment line.
Something did happen to Duran. Let's take a look. Oof.
Man, the distance or the gap is now complete. Oh, he.
Excellent job by getting her off the track.
He kind of Jimmy Johnson to himself. / Michael Waltrip himself.
Oh yeah. That was a good get off track for him.
Yeah, able to save it. Hopefully he can get a quick repair done and get back out and not lose too much time. If there is a caution, he can capitalize on it. Looks like at the moment he would be the only car at this moment in time a lap down. But as I was saying as we were going to the replay, Hunsaker has been able to close the gap down a little bit now on Rongich, and Judson has gotten Sanchez has gotten past Judson. Just got to remember who's got the fresh tires as far as like the warmest tires.
Well, the track temp right now is 83. So they started off at 124. So it dropped.
Oh, tremendously.
So, and the winds went up. Since they were at 2 miles per hour, now they're at 7. So, as you see, they just keep going up and up. So, eventually going down that backstretch, it is going to play a huge effect there. So,
well, I think the big winners from this green flag pit stop is probably going to be the ones who came in sooner than later, like say Sanchez. I think Sanchez came in soon, didn't he?
He came in the same time Rongich and Hunsaker did. No, he didn't. I lied. I'm sorry. No. He waited an extra an extra lap. So.
Oh.
But if they're pitting every 32 laps, they're still going to be short towards the end.
Well, yes.
So, looks like we got a battle going on back there for 5th with Cameron Smith and Judson there.
Yes, indeed, they are at it again. This battle started before they made the pit stop sequence.
Yes, Hackett, I know. Oh well, there's also a lot more battles going on towards the back here.
Holy moly, spread a blanket over these guys. Moore, Deutscher, Kolmensberger, Sellner, and William George. That is 5 cars in total. And they're all fighting over the same real estate just about.
For 7th place.
7th all the way down to 11th.
Well, so far so good.
Yes, very surprised. 41 green flag laps here at Charlotte in the BNR Cup Series.
About 80 something. Oh, Judson fell off a lot. Oh,
Indeed,
3 wide. 3 wide.
Do you think he tagged the wall or something trying to run down Cameron? Or I am very shocked with Judson's fall off here. I can't get over that.
He fell a lot.
All these guys just swallowed him up as if he as if he didn't have fresh tires, or something to that extent. That is miraculous how that 91 car just plummeted down the mountain.
He better get out of it, Will. Well, heck, you can come join us if you want. Why not? But so far, so good, Will. Impressive. Nothing to less out of this group.
Yes, this nice tight-knit pack going into turn one. Very, very good battle here. That's really the closest battle on track that we have.
That's the most exciting one according to my thing here, so. Well, the closest battle.
Looking at the ticker or the scoring tower on the left side of the screen, it doesn't look like there's any other, even a Formula One style battle. Like, this is it right here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the other one missing is Myers, and unfortunately, LaHillier is waiting on a new wheel to arrive, so.
And Skyler's not here.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, all the people I normally ask for information from aren't in this race.
Mm-hmm.
All my information guinea pigs.
All these playoff drivers want is just to have a good finish to advance their way.
I can't.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yes. No, you go ahead. Sellner is, I think, on the verge, right, of being eliminated, or
no, Sellner's sitting fourth in points right now.
Oh wow, he is setting pretty.
Yes.
All that consistency.
So the ones on the bubble are, let's see here. Kevin Roy, Carver, I think Caleb, and Bittinger.
So 2 people that didn't make tonight's race, and 2 people that are having very bad races at the moment. Oh man.
Hold on, wait. Yeah. No.
Boy, sure.
Yeah, no playoff driver won this round, so.
Deutscher having some extreme issues with that 21 machine, losing 2 positions, those 2 positions to Holmansberger and Sellner just a few moments ago.
Well, I think he's just setting up his saving.
Yeah, he could just be chilling at the moment. Good point.
There's a battle here between Sellner and Holmansberger. Great run by these 2. Austin Moore in danger of going 1 lap down.
Yeah, Zach Rongich is just... Where's he at?
He's just coming out of 4th.
Yes, so Moore, Austin Moore that is, about 2.5 seconds to the good over Rongich at this moment in time.
Judson is now in the pits on schedule.
I'm starting to think he possibly could have ran down the wall or something. We never really got a good look on the right side of that 91 machine, I don't think. Something must have occurred for Judson to make that unscheduled, untimely pit stop.
Very impressive with Jim, top 10 tonight. But yet again, he does have quite a few laps turned here. Unfortunately, not on this set, but yesterday he took on the same track. So My
Indeed, some
apologies.
competitors. No need to. I was just gonna continue
Okay.
on about what you were saying. Philip Bridgman. No, Philip wasn't in last night's race. My apologies. Jason Adams, Holmansberger,
Sanchez.
Heath. Yes, Sanchez. So those four in this race, basically, I guess you could say double duty yesterday and today, both at the same track. So yesterday was 101 laps in trucks, and today 135 laps in modern day cup cars. So, this is my mantra. It may be different horsepower, may have an extra gear, it may, act completely different, but as long as you log laps on a track, that's track time. That's getting experience on that track. So you're getting somewhat of a feel for the track. Anytime you get any type of time, I don't care what you're in, that is track time for that track. That is preparation, it is practice, whatever you want to call it, for later on.
You see as Austin Moore moves out the way. Ooh, boy, poor Hunsaker.
Yeah, that was a close one. But Rongich got a 3-second lead over the 34 of Hunsaker now. Sanchez, there is Sanchez. You can see the distance he has to Hunsaker, just basically a second and a half distance from the number 1 to 34 machine. So maybe Sanchez able to reel in Hunsaker on this stint here, as Rongich has some lap traffic. He's got the 91 of Judson with fresh tires right behind him, and right in front of him is that Harbor? Or
yes, sir.
Okay, I thought so. But Judson's going to get one of his laps back here. Maybe, do you think Judson didn't take a set of tires right there on the...
Because he only, from what I saw, he only had a 9.6 second stop. So he probably just came in and took fuel.
I thought it was a 15.7.
He had a 9.6.
I thought it was a 15.7. Anyway, I thought he would have took 4 tires and a full tank right there. I thought he didn't. Are you talking? So the first time he came in, he just took fuel, is what you say?
So
okay.
So this time that he probably came in.
It was a
tires.
full. Yes, it was a full stop. So that's some really excessive, bold strategy right there, Brian.
I agree.
Just, hey, my first pit stop, I'm just going to take some gas. I don't care if, I go a lap down or what my fall off will be, but I'm just going to take gas so I will have an extra set just in case I need the tires. Or at some point during this race, if it goes green, Brian, I will be amazed. Okay. Like, where were we at? Milwaukee?
Yes.
In the trucks? I was surprised the other day at Milwaukee in the trucks. They went caution free, right? I was almost dumbstruck by that.
I agree, Hackett. I would say a little bit. And these guys are struggling. Well, we are coming up on pit stops again.
Yes, indeed. Lap 62 to 64 and 66, we should see these pit stops occurring. William George is out of the race along with Sammy Blackwell.
I think George ended up losing her, as you see all those tire marks through the grass. There's a
I
lot of
thought that
tire
was
marks.
from. Yep, there's been a lot of landscaping for
I'll tell you right now.
Marcus Smith.
Kyle's saving tires. I'll tell you that right now, he is. He's very good at that. So as we see here, Brandon Moore. Sorry, my apologies. Didn't mean to jump over you.
Hunsaker pitting, so he will start the pit cycle here, along with Brandon Moore.
And then Austin Moore and Kevin Roy.
I think the pace that Rongich is setting might be a bit too quick of a pace. Brian, what's your opinion on his pace that he's setting?
I think he's going a little bit too hard. But once again, I'm going to agree with Tyler Hackett. Tires are starting to become a factor. And you see Kyle Heath now enters the pits. I wouldn't want to stay out too long. Because mile and a halves tend to put a lot of wear and tear on tires, even if you think they're not, but they are. So I don't know. Well, I guess Rongich is going to try to stretch it to as far as he can to make it to the end. But as you see, Rongich comes in this time. So I think if any, I was just about to say Sanchez would be the next one to do it, but Sanchez is in this time too, so if anything, I'm going to say Sellner can probably get it to where he needs to be. And Jim. I just see it coming towards the end, Will. I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong. But
yes, if anything, Bridgman.
Oh, man.
Sellner.
You must have been caught speeding.
Who?
Kevin Roy had a 55-second pit stop.
Well, that's going to hurt him even more. He was 2 laps down before this sequence occurred. That might hurt him a little bit more. He might be another lap down when it's all said and done.
That's all right. Bank on a caution if it ever comes out, and then maybe, So Jim Coleman'sberger's in.
Like you said, the ones to keep an eye on to go the distance, definitely Coleman'sberger, Bridgman, Sellner.
Ooh, Sellner's got a strategy, Will. He stayed out an extra 4 laps. So you see Cameron Smith, Zach Deuscher, now in the pits.
Philip Bridgman is on the same strategy as James Sellner in the 01. So these two definitely could and can, if it stays green, looks like for sure go the distance. Especially with the pace that Rongich has been setting, his blistering pace of just being out in that clean air, driving away from the second place man. It just seems to me like too quick of a pace. You're like, well, how can there be too quick of a pace? How can you be going too fast? Well, that'll make you run out of fuel quicker than the people behind you. That is one thing that is the downside of.
So James Sellner is in. Phillips staying out. Impressive.
Wow.
Impressive. Well, I'm just going to say this. If anything, Bridgman and Sellner can make it all the way.
They can, but it's going to hurt them as far as.
It is. You're right.
I think Hunsaker might have took right side tires. Look at that. Look at it.
I think that's all 4 tire stop.
No.
Oh, Philip Bridgman's in.
Unless Rongich and Sanchez and everybody just had super slow pit stops, Hunsaker
or sliding through their box, maybe. I don't know.
Something, yes, but Hunsaker is in the lead by just over a second and a half.
Oh.
Deuscher, yes, having unfortunate night here. Not the type of night we're used to seeing out of Deutscher. We're used to him being at least up in the top 5.
See Bridgman 14.9.
Battling. Wow, good. Wow.
That's like 40, I said. That's on
48 boys.
They're on fire.
Where is?
Wow, Sellner came out in a good spot. He came out 6th after all that. Impressive. And I've always told Sellner, you will get your win.
Bridgman, though, took a full pit stop. He went 4 tires. Had to because he is a lap down. Sellner. You think Sellner just took fuel? Or no, he.
If he maybe took right fuel, would have been like a. That is possible. Oh, somebody's blinking there. Wonder if that's Deutscher.
That's Brandon Moore. No, that's Brandon Moore in the 8 car.
Oof. You see Cameron Smith in the wall there? That was just him trying to get out the way of Kyle Heath.
He was having such a great run earlier. Why is he 2 laps down now?
He might have had a mishap in the pits. That will do it.
Tyler, be your pit reporter. Go in the Xbox Live party that he's in and see what happened. I mean, you don't have to. You don't have to.
But you see there, Rongich now closing the gap on Matt.
Oh.
It was just a matter of time.
Oh, omelet.
He said ran out of talent. Bruh.
Oh my! Yes, just a matter of time before Rongich ran down the 34 of whatever wacky strategy Hunsaker tried to do there. I applaud it, but at the same time, might be
lap traffic.
Oh no, that's not quite lap traffic yet. That's slow traffic off the pace. That's Zach Deutscher in the 21. Man, he's still in 10th position, but man, that is really. I guess you could say Zach has run out of talent here tonight, unfortunately, because I'm just overwhelmed at just seeing Zach in an out of place position, Brian.
Me too, because Zach Deutscher is a very strong competitor in the field. If not anything, one of the best. That I can say. Zach works hard every week. He puts the time in to learn these cars, and these cars are a handful, especially when it wants to kick out from underneath. So,
well, Heath is closing the gap to Sanchez again. It looks like.
Yep, there
Sanchez, they are. Yep, not too big of a gap. Just a few tenths of a second there. As they come up on now the lap car of Deutscher.
You see Zach Deutscher moving out the way.
Yep, 9 cars, 9 competitors on the lead lap at the moment. Jason Adams would be the next to go a lap down if it was to occur. 77 laps. Green flag here at Charlotte this evening.
Legacy Charlotte, nothing less, Will.
From the initial drop of the green flag. Very surprised, very shocked to see.
I know these boys can do it. And the cup side.
I mean, I'm glad you have the confidence in everybody in this field tonight. Me, on the other hand, you just never can tell what might happen.
That is true. Oh, Phillips got a little right front nose damage there. See now, as you saw his little meter there, he was clutching it. So that's what he does. So Phillips clutches it since he pulls out.
He did get into the wall earlier, Brian. That could be damage from that.
That is a possibility, Will. That's a good one. I didn't think of that. yet again, that was about 40 laps ago. So, boy, Deuscher comes very close to that wall.
About close to 50, I believe. I think it was just before the initial green flag pit stop.
It might have been.
But as you say, the Bridgman, Sellner, those two that we know of at least, and Jim Kolmensberger, those three, we know have the strategy in hand to go the distance. As Deuscher losing another spot there to Austin Moore. Austin able to gain a spot now. He hadn't seen anybody on the same lap as him for a good minute.
Deuscher taps the wall.
Oh,
again.
Man.
Come on, Zach.
Just uncharacteristic night for Zach.
Hit your marks. Get back in it. You got it. Just, you gotta... It's a very long race.
I said earlier I thought Kyle Heath was running down Sanchez, but now Heath, like you mentioned earlier, probably in that save tire mode again. Conserve some tire or just, not press too hard at the moment. Still a lot of laps to go.
Yep, this is Justin's scheduled pit. Because remember, he is a bit off sequence.
He's about 10 laps off. Hunsaker, almost 3 seconds back now to Wrongich, who's almost in falling to Sanchez's clutches almost, as we get live telemetry from Hunsaker's car all the way down to 144 in the center of the corner in 1 and 2, Brian.
Oh, yeah.
Down the back straightaway. Let's see what the top speed is.
About 180.
180. Indeed, 180 at the peak, and only goes down to 149 in the center. .182 that time going into turn 1. But yeah, Sanchez, it looks like, is actually catching Hunsaker here. Good run for Jaden. Back-to-back nights at the same track, but in different equipment. And I think, Brian, he is really making the most of getting the track time last night.
I agree, Will. It helped him out. So he's
tremendously
183 going into 1. So he's carrying a little bit more speed going into the turns than Hunsaker is. So.
Well, Hunsaker could just be conserving too.
So Jaden's carrying a second, a little bit faster speed. Oh, Brandon Moore is in. No, that's Austin Moore. That's a little early. I think I know what he's doing. Why throw your strategy out? But yet again, it's, it's what it is, so, we can't, Okay, you can see his wheel input. I think it's a little bit off. Yeah, I don't think it's registering for
I don't think it is either, because I don't think he's that straight in the corner.
Unless he has an offset somewhere to where he doesn't really have to turn his wheel. But either way, I think that is off, so we will not use that. But we always got our perfect telemetry there, so. Well, we can do our phenomenal little... No, it's coming up on green flag pitch. We'll do it next time.
Yeah, wait after this. Yeah, wait after. Probably lap 97, 98. We can do it. I think they're doing a Loretta Lynn tribute on the Opry tonight or something. My mother's going berserk in the living room. I can hear it.
Oh, there you go. Jason Adams, good run tonight. He's another one that put time in, and Jim. So, like I said, quite a few.
Just inside the top 10 in 8th position, holding strong in 8th, trying to attack, put under pressure Brandon Moore in that 8 car, and Jim Coleman'sberger not in front of them. That is, who is that?
That's Kevin Roy.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. Every time I try to get a number on the car, it goes by super quick.
Yep, that's Kevin Roy.
Wasn't able to see. I like how Jason's numbers on his next gen car aren't, they're not.
Pushed up, it's like right as last year's cars.
Yeah. I like that.
It's a classic.
He must be a big
pit reporter / crew chief.
Aha. Who said that? Oh, Hackett. Gotcha.
Oh, Kevin Roy tapped the wall as Kyle Heath gets past Hunsaker there for P3.
Yeah, just a lot of people tonight having issues or problems that you just wouldn't think you would see them have. Very, very uncanny, very just uncharacteristic like of Philip. Where are you going? Obviously to get a run off the high side. That's where he's going. I thought he was going to go.
Hunsaker's in the pits. That's his scheduled pit. No grip, I'm being told, so everybody has no grip.
I was told the tire fall off here is extremely fast, so it would make sense that in the very end of the run, even the middle of the run.
Kyle Heath coming in. Oh, he locked him up. But I think he's good though.
Hopefully his plan was to change tires. I wouldn't want, to lock them up and then not change tires. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, let's watch. Kevin Roy.
So our battle here of Cameron Smith and Rongich as Cameron goes 3 laps down. Kevin Roy in the pits.
Well, now Rongich is going longer, so I wonder if he saved a little bit somewhere.
Nope, he's pitting out.
That. Oh,
well, that's about right for him.
Is it? I thought that was the longest we've seen out of him. Okay.
No. Well, I do believe the lights have clicked on the track. Not too sure yet.
It looks like they're on, but the sun is not completely set yet. So
there you go. Kyle Heath will get his lap back. Brandon Moore is.
Oh, we. That's who that is.
Not Brandon Moore.
Man, if this was NASCAR real life, that'd be a caution. He is stuck there. He's not moving. And the cars are we're about to have cars come out on to the pit exit. This is gonna be a problem.
So Jim Coleman'sberger comes in.
Apparently, everybody's able to maneuver past Brandon Moore's car.
Oh, he probably got
So,
going again. Oh, yeah.
no, he is not. He's still there, but I think he's out of the actual warm-up lane or the pit exit apron lane that you would use. Just very weird to see him there parked there. This for sure takes him out of any chances of a top 10 finish for sure. But we saw how bad he was struggling, or the ill handling car he had.
Oh, there you go. He's going. Unless his wheel must have came on sync. I don't know. Oh, Rongich and Cameron Smith.
Well, that's got to be
That's
a caution, right?
Yeah, there it is.
Wow. So, the most dominant car of the night gets involved in an incident. Perhaps, do you think he was going to try to get in front of Cameron and he wasn't clear, Brian?
That is a possibility, but since he was involved in that wreck, he will not be the lucky dog. So he will stay one lap down.
Judson will probably get it. It'll
yes.
iRacing will give it to the next person in line, right? So
yes. So we'll come back and take a look here. First caution of the night. Oof.
Yeah, that chopper angle is going to be probably the best bet we have, or that far chase, whichever one you want to use. But
Rongich
man.
That looked like Rongich came up a bit. So Cameron held his line.
Cameron was holding his line. We would love to say he probably could have gave a little bit more room, but that's neither here nor there. But Rongich was having a moment on that bottom lane, possibly could have lost the nose and just started to ran, just could have started to lose the nose once he went underneath the 24 machine and came right up into Cameron, because Cameron, you see, goes into the middle lane.
See, right here, you see Rongich get a little loose. So
yeah, I think he lost. I'm just gonna say he lost the nose of the car. Hey, we got the mirrors turned on today. Look at that, we can see the mirrors. But normally we can't see what's behind us whenever we go in the end car for the replays. That's cool. But yeah, I just think coming off of turn 2 there, it's very easy to lose the nose underneath somebody, and Cameron got a bit tight, but I think he was trying to arc the corner regardless. But yeah, it looked like Cameron was holding the middle lane, or at least his lane that he was in. Rongich comes up, coming off the corner to attempt to make a pass to get around him, and that's when Rongich loses the nose of his car, and
so
unfortunately,
wow.
Yes, this seriously helps out Selner and Bridgman, and also the pole sitter Sanchez as well. So this is the caution that they needed for sure.
Let's see if we can talk to James. Selner, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
We are doing
fantastic.
All right.
How are you?
A little nervous now.
Well, James, whenever this goes back green, you've been going the distance pretty much all night and then a little bit more. If it goes back green here with you being the race leader, would you have enough to go the distance now
Plenty.
that you've been put? All right, that was a straightforward answer. That's what we like to hear. But do you have the car capable of keeping the likes of Kyle Heath and Sanchez and Huntsacker behind you at bay?
I have a car capable. Let's talk about that driver. I'm not too sure about him.
um, just excuse me there. An incredible run for you tonight to just find yourself in this position. Just tell us about the mindset or the strategy that you had real quick coming in tonight.
Fuel mileage. All fuel mileage. That's all I've been doing. I've been saving gas since before the green. I actually, if I would have went in and pitted when I was supposed to and it stayed green, I'd had enough to come to the end too.
Wow. Well, looks like you're double filed up here. Best of luck to you, and go get them, man.
Thank you. Y'all, hey, thank you guys for being on the hood of this race car too. I appreciate the BNR network doing that.
Hey,
Well,
no
we
problem.
appreciate you being there on, doing it. Yes.
All right, bud. Good luck.
Thank you.
Well, 6 cars on the lead lap here, and they are definitely all capable of getting a win. Unfortunately, you still gotta be patient.
Green flag back out. Oh, I don't know. Kyle might have gotten a black flag for passing the leader. Not too sure though. He might have been all right. I don't know.
Sanchez, though, right there, he is trying to close in on Kyle Heath, not let him slip, get away, as Wrongit's trying to get his lap back the hard way, trying to drive around Sellner on the outside, but Sellner not making life easy for that 88 machine. Sellner trying not to lose too many positions here, trying to stay within reason and within a fight. But we got to remember that the 45 and the 88 are a lap down or more, and they are trying to get their laps back the hard way, that is for sure. So, Kyle Heath, Sanchez, Sellner, Huntsacker, Bridgman, that's the top 5. Then you go back to Coleman'sberger, who's in 6th. That's the final cars, or that's all the cars and drivers on the lead lap. So it took us just barely over 100 laps. I think it was, 101, 102
Yes.
laps, green flag. I think it was 101. So what a green flag run we had. As you see Wrongit, he's 2nd place on track, but he is 7th, 1 lap down, trying to get that lap back the extreme hard way. And then he would really love for a caution to come out after he gets it back, because that would just cycle him back to the back of the field, basically. Love the number font on the 45 car. Kyle Heath, in a way, pulling over. He doesn't want, he is not in the fight at the moment with Wrongit. He doesn't really want Wrongich back on the lead lap, but there's not really nothing he can do about it. It looks like Wrongich just has really good pace here tonight. But Kyle, he's just like James. He's not going to make life easy for him, that's for sure. James Sellner, though, right on the back door of both of these competitors, trying to choose which one he wants to go with. But looks like Kyle Heath still sticking it to the outside of Wrongich. But Wrongich might clear him this lap. No, he's still out there.
Now he clears him.
Yep, finally. So literally that is what the tail end of the lead lap looks like. As Moore really putting up a fight now with Sanchez, trying to get around Sanchez.
25 to go, Will. James Selner takes the lead from Kyle Heath. Oh, they wreck in the back.
Oh, that is Deutscher and Judson getting crossed up with one another. And looks like Bridgman got involved. Oh, man. Another car came up and got T-boned Phillip as he was sitting on the track. Wow, lots of damage done to that 48 and the 21 car. I think we just had two drivers fighting over the same real estate, Judson and Deutscher. They,
Oh, I've made a mistake. I have. I forgot to
What did
turn
you do?
cautions on.
Oh.
That's why. I
Well,
wonder why they
luckily-
ain't flying.
Luckily enough, you know, we have admins here to back you up.
What a hit.
Oh, wow. And Deutscher goes up and collects the 48 as well. Yeah, I'm just going to go back to what I said before I saw a replay of it. Just going to say it was two drivers fighting over the same real estate. Because, yeah, they were in a side-by-side battle. Deutscher gets a run on him. Oh, Judson almost took him to the grass, Brian. And
Oh, I think, yep, Zach came up a little bit. Oh, and he took Phil.
yep.
That's my apologies. Yeah, I forgot to turn cautions on.
And Kevin Roy T-bones Phil as he's parked up against the wall.
So I guess whenever I see it, I'm going to have to throw it.
Oh, yeah, possibility of Zach could have been trying to fall in line behind Judson. That's just like the racer talking in me, because that's, oh my word. Because that's what I would have tried to have done. Get in behind the person on the outside lane who is carrying the momentum. I'm not saying that that's what happened. I'm not trying to say it wasn't on purpose, nor it was. We don't know up here in the broadcast booth what that was, but other than what we've already speculated it to be. So a good run that was going on for Phillip Bridgman. He was in the right place in the right time to he had the strategy going with James Selner. Him and James found themselves in the best of positions to get a top 5 or top 10 run here tonight, and just getting caught up in something of your that wasn't your own doing is always frustrating. I don't think we're going to have enough time to talk to Jim. They're going back.
No.
Yes. Phillip now 2 laps down, sadly enough. Longich still.
You got it.
Who is that?
That's probably Judson. Oh, well. It is now nighttime, so.
Yes, indeed, Brian. Pace car goes off. Gonna get the restart here with 20 laps to go. So pretty even Stevens restart by the front row. And Kyle Heath going to tuck in behind James Sellner. James Sellner going to basically defensive line mode, hugging that middle lane. As you can see, really kind of pays off for the defensive line part, as Kyle Heath and Hunsaker were very close together, as Sanchez thought he had a window of opportunity at Austin Moore just about turned Jim Coleman'sberger, but he backed out of it.
These boys are getting feisty.
Yes, they are. Lap down competitors mixing it up with the lead lappers. That'll make someone very...
I just messed this over with the no yellows and stuff like that.
I tell you, Brian, that would make me very upset if someone who is a lap down, if not multiple laps down, gets up next to me and wrecks me. That would definitely, like, say if I'm Jaden or Jim or somebody like that, I would be upset. Just saying. I know they're trying to get their laps back and all, but you know, you still got to have the sportsmanship aspect or the gentleman aspect of, like, okay, well, I'm not in this fight, I got to let you go. But some people just haven't gotten that message in a bottle, I suppose you could say. James Sellner keeping a strong hold over the lead at the moment. 0.7 of a second, almost a second over Hunsaker in that 34.
What a crossover by Jim! But look at that run. Oh, Austin moved.
Austin. Well, another good run that we had tonight by Jaden, our pole sitter. Went up in smoke here tonight, Brian.
Look at that pace car, just hauling.
Oh. He said, I got some mail to deliver. Oh, man.
Well, now that I know cautions ain't on, now I can just do it, so. See right there, Austin said, alright, there you go.
Oh, man. I'm just kind of speechless at the moment, Brian, because we had just talked about the same thing that just occurred. We had talked about what if it happens, or, you know, just I'm speechless. I can't right now. I feel, you know, as if you're 2 laps down. I'm not saying your race is over, but you're not racing these people, or at least you shouldn't, in essence, in theory. You know, you're 2 laps down. You should not.
So, waiver rounds isn't turned on. So, oof. I'm gonna have to Mm, there you go. I'm just going off of my standings here. I don't believe I've done that. Normally I have everything set up the right way, I guess, so.
Well, Brian, you might have been in a hurry whenever you were setting up the lobby, I guess, or things happen, man. Okay? It's life. You can't be right all the time, or you can't get it perfect, or you can't, it's not going to be right every time. People, slip up and make mistakes. I just,
Well, see, normally I have it all set up right, but I don't know what happened.
So wrong, it's just got back on the lead lap, but the penalty of getting back on the lead lap is restarting behind everybody. So he's going to have some work to do if he wants to try to win this race in the final closing, 10 laps or so.
And that's the other thing. The lap down cars are supposed to fall behind. And that ain't even on. Because they're starting lap down cars up there with the leaders. I could have swore I clicked it all on, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Oh well, as they come back with 12 to go.
Can Selner hold off Coleman'sberger, Heath, Hutsacker? Mind games being played in that restart zone or that restart area. As Selner gets a good jump on him. Hutsacker was trying to anticipate it. He mistimed it. Coleman'sberger and Hunsaker side by side. Hunsaker going to get a good run off that top lane. Here comes Kyle Heath. Oh, huge crash. That collects Kyle Heath.
How many cars?
Multiple cars.
There you go. They got it. So, we'll go back and watch what happened there.
I don't even want to watch. I just want to close my eyes. But unfortunately, we gotta watch. What are we doing? Like seriously, we're multiple laps down and we're racing these people like we're on the same lap? Oh, come on. That is disappointing. Oh, and Jaden got in it again. That is...
So, that would put Jason Adams back on the lead lap.
That's very annoying if I'm on the lead lap and I've already said it. I feel like a broken record again at this point, but you just the gamesmanship or the sportsmanship, the I get it. Everybody's competitive and whatnot, and they want to try to get back on the lead lap. But that first of all, you shouldn't have put yourself in the situation to be a lap down in the first place.
1 second. Real quick.
All right.
Anywho. Well, 7 to go. Coleman-Sperger P3, Huntsaker P2, Sellner P1. I think as long as Sellner can be up there and all that other good stuff. Hold on. Adam's supposed to be... That's right. I'm not worried about it. As they come to green, this time by Will.
Yes, we'll get the restart with 5 laps to go. And James Sellner been pretty good at restarting here the last couple of different restarts we've had while he's been the control car. So let's just see how this restart will fare. As the pace car will dive off the racetrack towards pit lane, hopefully for the final time tonight.
As Sellner takes the green flag.
And we are back underway here at Charlotte for the BNR Cup Series. 2:03 here this evening. Seven competitors back on the lead lap. Rongich really trying to do the shuffle to get back up to. Oh, Selner got tied up the track, up into the 34 he goes, but Hunsaker saves it, pulls it out of the wall. Here comes Rongich right on the back door of the 34. Rongich goes high, looking high. Now he dips low. Coleman'sberger. Yes, something happened with Kyle Heath and someone else. Caution. Cameron Smith, it looks like CS on the... Oh, man. Can Rongich get up to Hunsaker and get past him?
My admins are there. I didn't see it, so I don't know what happened.
Yeah, we were on the gopher cam going into turn 3,
Phil
the track
there.
cam. Oh, James Selner applying the pressure to Jaden. As Coleman'sberger looks to pass Rongich for second place. I had a brain fart there. My apologies. White flag will be waving in the air. This is the final lap here at Charlotte for the BNR Cup Series. As Coleman'sberger looks to the inside of Rongich, he will take second place. At the time, Rongich may look for a crossover. As you see Hunsaker right in front of Coleman'sberger. Coleman'sberger not going to get there in time to do anything with the 34 as they come off the turn 4 for the final time under power, and the 34 of Hunsaker will get the checkered flag, and Coleman'sberger finishes second, and Rongich battles back to finish third. Selner fourth, Sanchez fifth, Judson, Adams, Moore, Bridgman, and Smith rounds out the top 10. Excellent race for Jim Coleman'sberger. Congratulations to the 34 of Hunsaker. Excellent run indeed for them tonight.
Whew. So as you see there, that's that.
That's qualifying results.
Oh, we don't want qualifying results, do we? We want this one. Aha!
Yes, Matthew Hunsaker wins over Jim Coleman'sberger, who had a late charge there on the closing laps to get by Zach Rongich. Man, that final restart there, Brian, it looked to be anybody's race. And it came down to Matthew Hunsaker getting the victory. Jaden, the pole man, the pole sitter, he finishes in P5. Respectable finish for Jaden, as some of the finishers didn't quite get the finish they deserved, or where you would think where you thought they would have finished.
All right, so
As
we'll talk to Jim, because now we got a line in the thing, so we're going to try to make this as smooth, fast-paced as we can. So Hunsaker's not in here yet, so
Jim's normally a man of few words, so it probably won't take long to get Jim's, anyway.
Jim, you got us.
What's happening?
What's happening, man?
Brian made a big oopsie tonight, and I'm sure there are a lot of tempers flaring.
Oh, dude, I'm not mad at any of the race control. At one point, I kind of was, but you get over it quick. But you get lap
I
cars.
think,
That's all I'm gonna
yeah,
say.
I think you're more upset. I could also tell it as well. Uh, there should be driving standards that everyone should know, and
But that all could have been
if
avoided if I had the field set right to where lap cars should be to the back. Like I
Yeah,
said,
that's
none
cool.
of.
That's cool though, man. But you got to have race etiquette.
Yeah,
yes,
oh yeah,
yes,
absolutely, absolutely, you
just
do.
like just like what I was explaining during the race and when it happened, you have to know who you're battling against, who's on the same lap as you, not hey, I'm going to go up here and battle these lead lappers. Exactly. You need etiquette. You need anyway.
Yeah, no, it was a
Jim,
fun. Other than that, it was a fun race. Seller
yeah,
was, if you ask me, Sellner was pretty dang fast the whole race.
oh
I sh-
yes.
I decided to go to the outs, like try to get up high, and like he over and tried to stay off of him, and that kind of killed my actual chance to win. But that's all right because I ended up in second. I mean, a couple
Yeah,
more
second
laps,
place.
I probably think I would have caught the 34. Not sure though.
You had a bold strategy going, just trying to get at least 35 laps every green flag run or every pit cycle. Some of your competitors wasn't quite able to go as far as you. Just Jim, tell us about basically just trying to pace yourself over the amount of time of these races.
What I basically tried to do is like I did the math in my head, which oddly enough actually kind of worked. And I was in there, with the guys from SRU, and I was like, listen, I don't think taking no tires in the first run's a good idea. Let's run it to the end. And that's what I tried to do I knew I'd probably have to pit, but it'd have been better to take no tires and maybe like 3 gallons than it would be, or in a gallon, than it would be to go in sooner and take more fuel because it's more time.
Exactly, Jim. But great strategy I thought
And
you
if you
had.
noticed, I really screwed up the pit stops again.
And still bought a home P2.
Yep.
I guess the practice paid off from yesterday, but it was like me and Will were saying, different horse-powered vehicles. So
Yeah, definitely. Well, that whole strategy with that different arc of the line didn't really work
Hmm.
well at all. The
Yeah,
SN was coming out on me, so I
yeah,
had to
it looked a
change that
bit
whole line.
twitchy.
I had to try it for a while, and then I realized, man, you're not really going anywhere.
Exactly. It looked like it wasn't quite. Uh, it was. It couldn't work in that car, unfortunately.
no.
Um, Trying to think something else to ask you.
But
What?
I know
Oh,
you had a long run car. I saw that you were getting faster and faster as the longer you ran, and I've seen it. Yes, that's all about it. I gotta say,
Yeah, the
you.
throttle control at the end was key. It seems like
mhm.
when the throttle control comes into this, I guess, simulator, I do better. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
if you just got to
Exactly.
flat it, for some reason I'm not as fast. But when I got to play with the throttle and turns and all that, I seem to do a little
Were,
bit better.
Jim, were you surprised? Green flag for I think it was like just over 100 laps, like 101, something like that. But were you surprised we went that far? I kind of was.
I was shocked. I was also shocked when what's his name? I mean, we all gave him crap. I feel bad about it, but he's laying on the bottom of the turn there, and
Oh, Brandon Moore.
Brandon Moore, yeah. And I was like, I yelled over, and I mean, just to get him out of the way because I knew I was going to be pitting. I was like, someone should just eject him because he's sitting on the track, and I was surprised that the caution didn't come out. So that's when I realized I'm like, I think someone forgot to put the cautions on.
There's a lot of things I forgot to do, but now I'm gonna do it the right way this time. But
I mean, everybody was pretty upset when Phil threw the whole thing because he
I
threw the
know.
caution and he ended up being in like second. And I made the comment, Phil, listen, it definitely benefited you, but I apologize for saying that now to Phil because he must have known the cautions weren't on.
Well, I thought they were, and I'm like, well, okay, Brandon stopped down there. Why isn't? Well, Will said something about it, like if that should have been a caution if he stuck there.
Yeah, it should have been. And that
But
messed me up for a few laps because I went down there. I didn't know if he was going to come up the first time, so I went higher. And then I'm like, he's still there. What the hell's going on?
this is why my other admins ain't here to see all that, because they just, I guess, didn't feel like showing up.
Well,
So now
maybe they went. Maybe they were at Charlotte and drank too much, and they didn't want to, alter the race.
that could be.
It is
Maybe.
Saturday night.
Yeah, I know. I'm in for a rude awakening, that's for sure. I am. I
That's all
am.
right, man.
I'm gonna have my hands full tonight, but that's all right.
You
I just
might.
hope no one
I
wants to
think the
talk to
next
me.
driver might be a little upset with the 24. Just saying.
Oh,
I think he's in the waiting room now.
no, I'm sure he is. But anyway, Jim, good run tonight. Well, you got anything else for
Nah,
Mr.
just thanks for hosting all this fun. Always fun here. I love it. And you guys have a great night. And I guess I'll see you tomorrow night in SRU Cup.
Yes, sir.
All right. And I would like to thank my wife Candace and all my kids for dealing with me and hearing me scream and yell at stupid stuff on the. They must think I'm nuts.
Yes, sir. I will get with you in a bit. Awesome job, bud. P3. Good to see you.
P2, man.
Oh, that's right, P2. Sorry, I was trying to shrink you down one, but
Yeah.
good job tonight. Awesome to see you up there. That's what I love to see. To spoil the bunch, have all the playoff drivers and all that other stuff. So awesome job there, buddy.
Thanks, guys. Have a great night.
You too. I guess we'll go ahead and if I don't know if he said wrong itches. Oh, I moved the.
You moved Will, man.
Yeah.
Now I'll take over. Everybody here, how you doing? All right, move me.
There you go. I moved the. Okay, we're good. So we're good now. Go ahead.
Hey, Zach. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing great.
Listen,
All right.
cheer up a little bit. If anyone you're gonna hate is me, because I'm the one that sets everything up. So don't be mad at anybody else. I'm gonna fix a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm sure you're a little frustrated with the outcome of selective things and all that other
Yeah.
stuff. That's what I'm saying. You
Well,
came on P3, so I mean,
Yeah, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at you. Just
well, I'm mad at myself.
I don't know. I don't even know what you're talking about in that aspect.
Well, with no yellows being on, and then
Oh, I wouldn't.
Philip had all that, and
I wouldn't worry about it. Just
anyway,
Yeah.
we'll go ahead and finish talking to him.
Looked like you had a really good car, Zach. You could put it anywhere you wanted. Just tell us about how your car was handling before the misstep, I guess you could say, that you had
Yeah. I
there
mean,
with the 24.
Yeah. I mean, I had notes from a conversation I had with somebody on how to set these cars up, and I learned that I was basically doing it backwards. So that explained why I would never have a long run in these cup cars. So I did that, did the adjustments that I learned, and the car was just great all the way around. I felt like I was even faster in the long run. Wasn't pushing it. I was just trying to really save tires because I knew we didn't have a lot. And yeah, it was just the car's great. I had no problems with it. Just got in a rhythm, and yeah, yeah. Do you want me to talk about the 24?
Do you feel like he could have gave you a bit more room?
I mean, he didn't even bother driving it to the wall and exit. And in my car, at the point where I was on the inside of him, I can't see him, right? So I have to trust that he is at the wall. And I have the replay, and if you look at it, I am
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could have been 3 wide with how low I was, and he just
Mm-hmm.
stayed where he was. He didn't give a crap, and it just sucks. I mean, even this goes back years, but I mean, just today, I mean, you got just in practice alone, he kept messing with me for some reason. I don't know if he thought that was funny or whatever, but that whatever. And then all race, every time I'd get to him or something, he would. I don't even know how to describe it. Like he'd almost just park his car right in front of me. It's just whatever. So I don't get it. You can't. He has a reputation for a reason, and he hasn't fucking. Sorry, he hasn't changed, and I don't know why he's even on the track. Ain't nobody have respect for him. Just I heard this before I joined this league that he's a trash bag blowing in the wind. He is. So I just can't stand it. I didn't touch nobody all race. I was just up there minding my business, going cycling through, and he just do what a race car does. Go to the wall.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you, Zach. Also, apologies for the language, but still frustration understandably known. And yeah, Zach, hopefully you can rebound next week and just take the fight back to him. I know, like we said, not the finish you wanted, nor probably deserved or thought you was gonna get, because every time the pit cycle would come out, you would stretch. It seemed like you were stretching the lead out just ever so slightly, a little bit more, and then it just unfortunate thing happened. But any shout outs or anything you'd like to give?
I just saw that Matthew. He ran a good race, raced me good, and happy for him to get a win, and shout out RKR and everybody. Just you guys, and yeah, I mean about it overall. Besides, there's a couple cars in there that were doing their thing, but whatever. I mean, it'll get sorted out.
Yes, sir. I am going to fix a lot of things, so don't worry about it. I'll be up all night doing it, but you'll be alright. I'll make sure everything's handled and all that. Go cool off, go unwind, and yeah. Alright, buddy. I'll chit chat with you in a little bit.
Alright.
Alright, buddy. Alright, well, go ahead, close us out.
Well, like I said, apologies for language used there, but understandably frustrated. For 101 laps, I thought it was a very presentable, great race, and then we had some unfortunate driving by a couple of drivers, I guess you could say, but I guess they still need to learn a little bit of etiquette. But nevertheless, Brian, I do feel that this was a great race. We had
So do I.
great battling throughout the field, and hopefully next week will be just as interesting as always. But, yep, we will see you guys on the next one, and thank you for each and every one that came out and tuned in and just watched this BNR Cup Series race. And hopefully everybody will have a good rest of their day and a good